Our next topic is Sony making the decisions for PC games. So,
Oh, okay, Falla, have fun.
basically, I'm gonna give a quick rundown. so the new co-CEO, right, made a statement that they wanted to address day one PC releases, and for multiplayer games like Helldivers and Concord, whatever they're dropping, are likely going to be day and date with PS5 and PC. But their single player experiences are they want to entice people to play, and yeah, and there's been a whole shitstorm with that.
Bro, there's been
said.
a fucking Twitter war, bro. Like,
and our homie Falla's been in the middle of it. He's been getting jumped on Twitter.
Oh my god. Well, more than just them, you know, there's them, and then listen, I've been fighting this whole week. But no. It's just honestly with the Sony thing, it's just like, bro, you got people who never played Kingdom Hearts because it wasn't released on Steam, but your goal, so I'm gonna play a better version of your game, and you're gonna inspire me to get a PS5 to play a less superior version of the sequel of that game. Like it just seems kind of backwards thinking. I would have just accepted, hey, look, we're gonna release this game first for PlayStation people, and then release the other shit, a year later. Not like, hey, yeah, we hope that someday. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was gonna buy the PS5 at any point, it would have been for Spider-Man 2. Because for those of you who don't know, I am a huge Spider-Man fan. I know I don't flaunt it every 2 seconds, but for me to skip that game took willpower, a strength that I didn't know I had. And now that I'm through it, I don't think there's any other game that Sony's releasing right now that I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna buy a PS5 Pro for that. The only game that I'll probably get the PS5 Pro for, and it's just because I'm impatient, is probably Grand Theft Auto 6. But let's be real, Grand Theft Auto 6 is not a Sony game, right? It just so happens that, you know, whatever, they're releasing for consoles, and if I had to choose between Xbox to play it first or, you know, PlayStation to play it first, I probably trust PlayStation over Xbox, and that's my only reason. But if they were like, hey, we're releasing PC day one, then obviously I probably would never buy a PS5 Pro. But I think honestly what this topic brings up is just I don't understand the tribalism. Because it's like for example, if you say you like pancakes, then Sony is like
20 years late, my friend.
Bro, so it's like, so you mean you fucking hate waffles? I'm like, no, I like waffles too. I just like pancakes. You know, it's basically that same argument just for this. All these Sony people are like, yeah, Sony, yeah, that's right. All these PC people.
This guy Falla is a fake. This guy Falla just got drafted into the war that I fought 20 years ago. I'm a veteran in this motherfucker.
No, I'm not even
already.
I know. I just don't understand the because I was literally listening to triggering statement after triggering statement, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how do you think like this? Like, how does this make sense? How does just
don't even give it the time anymore, dude?
Delusional. Most people delusional?
How do peace? Bro, I just don't understand.
It's the same argument.
Like
that PS versus Xbox versus Nintendo. It's the same shit, dude. It's always been the same. It's always going to be the same. It's not going anywhere because people are always going to try to justify the things that they buy. Period. That's it. That's the only reason. If you let's say you only had enough money to buy a PS5. Let's say you went to fucking wherever you go to buy your shit, right? You had 3 options right in front of you. Let's say you have 4 options. You had an Xbox, a PS, a Switch, and a PC, right? And you chose one, right? And then you got a homie that has the other. 9 times out of 10, one of you is gonna sit there and try to justify your purchase over the other. Well, yeah, I got this because this is better, blah, 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 and all this other shit. And then the other person's gonna do the same shit, and it's an endless cycle. When at the end of the day, you're both doing the exact same thing in a different way. Like, it doesn't even fucking matter at the end of the day. So that's why I don't even engage in shit like that anymore. I said this like a year ago. What they said to what I'm so perplexed over. How the fuck is anyone surprised by Sony themselves saying this? Like, how could you can't even be mad at that. That's business.
I wasn't.
Like,
I wasn't
so
mad.
anyone that's mad at that is actually like really silly. But the funniest shit is the people that come to like the defense of Sony, or come to like the defense of like PC or anything. It's like, at the end of the day, just play what the fuck you want to play, bro. Wherever the fuck you want to play it. My main issue is when Helldivers came out, Helldivers is not a fucking game. Helldivers is not a system seller, right? So people were like parading fucking Helldivers and shit as like this amazing thing where, well, if they could put Helldivers on fucking PC day and date, then that means they should put. No, it doesn't, because Helldivers is not a system seller. If I'm Sony, I'm gonna be like, yeah, of course I'm gonna hold my system sellers to myself before they release on PC. That's not a big deal, right? But like you said, a lot of people are just probably gonna wait a year or whatever the fuck, or however long it takes for the superior version of the game, right? And I remember saying this, when was it game came out? I think it might have been God of War. It might have been the first God of War. When that shit came out on PC, right? And I played it, Ragnarok had already been announced. So I was playing God of War on PC, and I was like, am I really gonna play this? I didn't even want to play 2019 or 2018 God of War on PC, because I was like, God of War Ragnarok is gonna come out, and it's gonna be worse than the first game on PC. So why would I fucking play God of War on PC and then not taint myself, but like spoil myself just to go back to an inferior version of the sequel, right? And
that's my big point to that. Like if Sony, let's just say for argument's sake, that the PS5 was the cutting edge of technology, like you could not play games better than what's offered by the PS5. Let's just say for argument's sake. And then they're like, well, here's this game for PC. Well, then you should come and play on PS5 because PS5 is gonna be da 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 da. I'd be the first one in line to buy. You know what I'm saying?
There needs to be like, for me to play a game on a console and not feel like I'm being like shortchanged.
That's what I'm saying.
I need parity. So I can't play, like, let's say, because God of War, to be honest, God of War Ragnarok on PS5 wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good in performance mode, right?
Yeah.
So
that was an excellent game. Yeah.
If that is the way that they're always going to be, then I'm fine with that. I'm okay buying a PS5 and playing a game on PS5 a year before it comes out on PC. I'm okay with that. But it's those cases where you know for a fact that you're getting the inferior version. Like when GTA 6 comes out, you know for a fact, it's not a Sony exclusive, whatever. But you know for a fact that console version is going to pale in comparison to the PC version when it comes out. You know that's gonna happen. So it's just that feels bad, right? And so the people that don't understand that it's like you're in a bubble. Go play your little fucking big white box, right, or whatever the fuck with your D brand skins on it. Let me stop. All right, no,
it's true. I just think my whole stance on it is just that I think it's foolish for Sony at this point to think that they're going to sell consoles because people can't wait, right? Because that's what they're doing. I don't think so. I think the people that are buying these games are people like you and me that bought a PS5 on launch, and it's just like, well, if I want to play the game now, I could just buy it now instead of waiting a year later for PC.
I would have bought a PS5 because, look, obviously I think about it from two different standpoints. The people that either can't really afford to play on multiple things, or they're just highly dedicated to one individual platform, right? And I'm in neither one of those camps. So me personally, when FF7 Remake came out, or Rebirth came out, I would easily bought a PS5 for that game. right?
Mhm.
I bought a PS5 because I wanted to play Demon fucking. I honestly didn't give a fuck about what the hell was out. But if I had to say, Demon Souls remake was the reason I bought a PS5. I didn't feel like waiting for that. And that was a moment where I was playing through like all the Soul shit. That was like a moment for me. So I was like, yeah, I can't miss this, right? But there are a lot of people that don't want to wait. Like there's a lot of people that don't want to wait. But it's just weird hearing them say it. That's the only reason why it's like kind of like off-putting, because it's like now we know for a fact that that's what their plan is. We knew it already in our head, but hearing them say it, it just sounds like it doesn't sound right? But that's the business, bro. And I know people firsthand that were like, man, I just played God of War. I don't feel like fucking waiting. I'm gonna get a PS5 and play fucking Ragnarok. I don't feel like Spider-Man just came out on PC. That shit was fire.
Bro,
I'm buying a PS5. I'm gonna get what's it called? Yeah. Like because you mustered up enough fucking patience to wait. Actually, no, because I'll be honest with you, it's just like me. If I get over that initial like hype cycle when a game comes out, then I don't care anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I get over those first couple of months, I just don't care anymore. So
I survived the 3 weeks of baits.
Yeah,
I survived.
you survived the torture.
And I think Fallah's waited. Like the only thing that'll entice people, I think, at this point to buy a PS5, because all the major shit that you would want is out, right? So the only thing that would really entice you would be a PS5 Pro when it comes out to run things better depending on its performance.
Exclusive game that they don't have.
And Ghost of Tsushima 2. I think that's the potential big console mover that they could have, because it's a recent game that everyone's just going to be like, yeah, this game was dope. I'll buy that. I'll buy a PS5 to play that because I don't want to wait.
And to be fair, would we have said this same shit a generation ago or 2 generations ago? No, we wouldn't have, because they were actually exclusives on these consoles that were worth buying. Now, let me not say worth buying, but they were exclusives, period. There aren't a lot of like first party exclusives out on these things, especially on no damn Xbox, but we don't even talk about that. PlayStation wise, right? There's a few exclusives that are on PS4 still. So that already, that doesn't help. And then the exclusives that aren't on last gen, there's very few and far between. Like there's very few exclusives. So now it makes sense to say things like this now. But I personally, you think I was going to wait for a PC release back in the 360 era or last generation when Bloodborne dropped? Look, listen, yo, check this out, right? Imagine the people that were like, I'm going to wait for a Bloodborne PC port. Yeah, okay. You still waiting? Like, so, I don't know.
There might be 2 of them.
Yeah. Those are the people that fucking the people working on the PS4 emulator to get that shit working on PC.
I mean, they're probably, I don't know.
Like, let's be real.
Even checked in on that. Yeah.
Like, I think there's a few PS4 exclusives that are not on PC yet. Right? Even on Xbox, it's like Halo fucking forever. The original Halos were on PC in some capacity, right? But it's a Halo 5, I believe. Halo 5 they never ported that shit to PC. Halo 4 was not on PC until Master Chief Collection. Reach wasn't. Actually, I don't remember. It might have been. I don't remember. But yeah, a lot of those games back then are still not on PC. Metal Gear Solid 4, bruh.
Killzone,
like
Shadowfall.
A lot of those PS3 games.
That's the one that I think of the most. That and
Killzone, Shadowfall,
Resistance.
Yeah. Killzone in general.
Yeah.
Look how long it took Uncharted. So,
true.
And think about that era of games. That was like a generation ago, 2 generations ago, right? Though that's a reason why you buy a console, because you're not getting those games anywhere else. And if you do, it's going to be years later. So, and if that's their marketing strat, put more exclusives on the damn PS5 then. The fuck?
Yeah. And then the amount of games that have just been released just have not really been worth it, But on top of that, PC gaming was very different back then.
Exactly.
Whereas you can argue that Uncharted 2, there's nothing better than playing Uncharted 2 right now, right there in comparison to PC, because PC gaming was still, It's a little,
you're right. But I meant in terms of those games are still trapped. A lot of those games are still trapped on those platforms.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So
but even then, but even then it was just slow. But it still felt like if you release Uncharted 3 today, let's just say for argument's sake, the PC version that dropped would be a way better version than. Whereas during the PS3 era, it was arguable. It was like, man, I don't see how anything could look better. Like there was still that cutting edge factor.
I don't know how much y'all trust. I don't know how much y'all trust Wiki, but I'm gonna put a picture. Actually, I'm gonna just read this off. I just looked up PlayStation 5 only games: Astro's Playroom, The Dark Pictures, Demon Souls, of course, Destruction All Stars, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Horizon Call of the Mountain. That was the VR, I think.
Yes.
Marvel's Wolverine, which isn't even out yet. Quantum Error. I don't know what that is. Rise of the Ronin. That's only on PS5?
Wait, I thought it was on PC.
Why is that showing it? It's not on PC.
Yeah, isn't that multiplat? That's on PC and Xbox.
So why is it showing? Damn, Sony got their hands on this site or something. Is this Sony showing PS5?
Propaganda.
It might be only. I don't know, dude.
Twitter bots.
Hold on. Now I have to look this up. Rise of the Ronin is a PS5 game. It's not really? I could have sworn I saw this on Game Pass somewhere.
I thought it wasn't on PC. I was planning to get the game. It was never got released on PC. That's crazy.
Yo. Are we living in like, what's that effect? What's it called, man?
Deja vu.
Where Mandela effect?
Yes, that's exactly what this is, because I swear
all heard
that this was on PC, bro. I swear I saw it on PC.
No, I didn't think it was on PC. I thought it was on Xbox, but it's only PlayStation.
It's only PS. That's crazy. Damn, Mandela effect happening in real time. But yeah,
well,
that
now I feel less guilty about not playing that game. Damn.
For real? Like what? And Silent Hill, the short message, that was the Spider-Man 2 and Stellar Blade. That's it. That's all the PS5 exclusive
Stellar
games.
Blade turned exclusive like very recently. That was supposed to be on PC. Plan.
Yeah.
I fucking know.
Well, Final Fantasy 16 too, right?
So that's how many full games here? Demon Souls, Final Fantasy 7, Wolverine, Rise of the Ronin, and Spider-Man 2 and Stellar Blade. So that's 6 games. That's 6 like non-VR.
Over 4 years, by the way.
Non-VR, like actual AAA games. Like that fucking sucks. That actually fucking sucks. So, man, what a generation it is, right? The next console generation is going to be a sight to behold, because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
something drastic needs to happen, because I don't know. I just can't justify it.
Okay, to everyone listening and to all of us in here, what we need to do, I need y'all to look up exclusive games for every console, every generation, and look at the difference. What the hell? Bro, I have to scroll down the 360 only games page. I have to scroll down the PS3 only games page.
Yep.
I mean, even Switch, right? Like,
the Switch, let's not even talk about that. Look, I'll be honest with y'all. I love Nintendo. They're out of this conversation. They are successful at doing what they do.
You're right.
And I love them.
You're right.
So let them stay out of the convo. Yeah.
You're right. I'm
this is Sony and Microsoft, like, trying to figure out how they're going to reinvent the console generations, because it's not looking very good. It's not looking very enticing. Obviously, there's millions of people that don't care, but I'm not one of them. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't look very enticing to own a console nowadays.
It definitely doesn't. It just seems super inconvenient. I understand the argument that people are making, like, hey, people just don't mess with PC. They just want something simple to turn on or what. I mean, like, whatever.
That's great, and that's always going to be the majority.
Yeah,
of course. That's why the console still exists. Shit, sorry, I'm going to start a war. That's why iPhones exist. That's why they're so popular, right? Like, I get it, but as people start, I feel like because you got to think about it, gaming was a very it was catered towards the younger generation at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
As gaming became
but
more
now
popular,
we all grown up.
It's all encompassing. Like everyone's playing this shit, not just kids that don't know how to fucking, you know what I'm saying? Not just grandmas that don't know how to fucking turn a PC on. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. I feel like that ease of use argument is kind of silly when I don't think PCs are that hard to use.
No, they're not, bro.
Like,
and then the thing is, if you don't know what to do, Google it.
Oh,
and
the pre-built market is bigger than ever now too.
For real, the only argument I always understood was like having like driver issues, having to update drivers, doing all that shit. But then there's even options where you can just have all that shit done automated. Like, so I don't know. If, in my opinion, PC is the perfect middle ground for everyone that doesn't give a fuck about being loyal to these stupid publishers that ain't giving you no money. So I don't know why people are loyal to these brands.
I don't. Yeah, like, and that's what's triggering me is the behavior of all that. Like the people are just like, bro, did they just invest in your fucking fund, bro? Like they've the loyalty.
Yeah, they paid off your student loans. And then
the PC gets something that's like a slight to your fucking, like, why do you care?
Damn, like, I bought a PS5 and bought this shit on PS5 for no reason. Well, if you don't have a PC, if you don't have a PC, then you don't have a fucking choice. So how was that a waste for you? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like if you weren't gonna buy a PC anyway, how does it coming out on PC affect you? Like, what the fuck? You still got to play it.
Like all those hate comments when Ghost of Tsushima was announced for PC.
Oh yeah, that was great,
bro. I don't understand, bro. It's like, how could they do this? How could Sony do this to me? What did they do?
Yeah, bro, that's what they said. Oh man, no, it wasn't Ghost of Tsushima where they said that. They said it was for something else, man. I don't remember what it was. Was it?
Like I'm sure they repeat.
No, it was. It was Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
It was when they announced it, not when it came out. When they announced it, they were like, wow, this is complete betrayal. There were so many memes in the community hub for that game. Oh, man.
It's like...
There was like thumbs down, wasted my money buying a PS5. I was like, I mean, yeah.
I mean, if you're thinking about playing the game on the best possible thing, then, you know, wake yourself up to the possibilities of PC. It's just...
That's always the argument I always make when people ask me, why do you buy shit? Why do you always buy shit when it comes out? Why don't you wait for everything to get fixed? Why don't you wait for bugs to get ironed out? Why don't you do this? Because I don't feel like it. Because I want to buy shit when I want to buy shit. People be like, yo, why you get that phone day one when it came out? Did you hear about all the bugs? I don't care. I want it. Because you have the early adopter issues, right? Mm-hmm. Right? You have that. I decided to buy this shit day one, so they could put out a new version next month, next year, and I'll just be sitting here with the old one, right? I can obviously have the option to upgrade to the new one or whatever, but I'm stuck with the bullshit that I bought with my money that I chose to buy. If I bought a console early because I wanted to play one game and that game ended up coming out on PC, I wouldn't care. I already played it. You know what I'm saying? I already played it. I enjoyed it already. And if the PC version is that much better, I'll play it again. Like, I don't know.
I just don't understand
came out in January. Like... I played it on PS4 and I was like, man, this is rough, bro. I love the game. I loved it. And then it came out not even a year later. It came out in August of that year. And I played it again. Started a whole new character, played it over again, and enjoyed it even more. So at the end of the day, you're kind of seeing, it's happening a lot lately. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's happening a lot lately where you're starting to see people that are actually gamers. You're seeing the difference between people that actually play games and people that play games for
culture.
Not even clout, but because it's the cool thing to do.
Yeah,
like they're playing games to fit in. Yeah, like so, or they're just talking. They're not even playing them. They're just talking about them because it's the talking point.
You know, and maybe that's why I'm so weirded out, because I played a game during the age where it was super not cool to play games. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't even think that's why. I think it's because now we're hearing. Now we can see everyone else's opinion. It's right in front of us, right? Because even if this was the case back then, we wouldn't have known. You know what I mean? We wouldn't have everyone's opinion all up in our face. It would just be the people that in our general vicinity that we know, that we hang out with, or that we pass by on a regular basis or some shit. We would never know what millions of other people think on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. We would never know. And we wouldn't care, right? So I still don't care.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand the fucking hater energy. Like if someone else played the game that you really loved and beloved on PC, and then you're just like, I fucking hate. I'm like, bro, I would be more like, bro, you played the game. What'd you think about it? That's a whole conversation.
That's a whole lifestyle of people that have nothing better to do.
For a company that does not give a shit about you, and none of these companies do.
That's like when you know what my biggest pet peeve is. Because it's been like this for like the past 15 years for me. Because I've been in like Xbox 360 parties. I went from fucking Xbox Live 360 parties to fucking PS4 party chat to TeamSpeak to Discord. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So I've been around, right? Fucking AOL instant message, all that bullshit. Right? I've been around, right? I've been around.
I've been around during the dial-up.
Yeah. So what my biggest pet peeve is? Getting the homies together and watching like an E3 press conference or watching like a whatever, any event that's showing shit off for everybody. And there's one game that let's say I fuck with it, but your homie doesn't fuck with it, and the homie and you're excited, right? You're like, oh shit, great, cool. But the other motherfuckers gotta be like, man, this shit look like crap. What is this? That's a whole like mentality and lifestyle. It's like cool. You don't have to say that. Shut the fuck up and then wait for something to come on that you like. That's why I don't engage in any of this shit, because there are people like that just exist to be like that. So it's not worth the energy because it's always gonna be negative. Like I don't even bother. Like, yeah, this shit looks trash. Yeah, this shit don't look that good. I'm like, okay, well, you're not gonna play it anyway. So just keep your shit to yourself. Let people be excited. Like the internet has a huge problem with letting people live, bro. Like, just let people live. Let people have their own opinion. Let people get excited for shit that you might not like. I don't understand why I have to even say that. I've been saying that for like ever. But people will be people, I guess. I don't know. Haters gonna be haters, right? I don't know.
In the words of NPC Miles Morales, let me just do my nerdy shit in peace.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
like even back in the day, like bro, I'd be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home and hit up my fucking I'm gonna go play Halo. I'm gonna go play Smash or something. Smash? You gonna go home? You gonna go play a video game? Yeah, bitch. The fuck? Like, what are you gonna go do? Like, I didn't ask. I didn't say anything about what the fuck you're doing. Like, I don't know. People are afraid to be individuals. Still, like that's a human issue. It's never gonna change.
It's crazy. It's so dumb. And then like even the podcasters,
that's why I don't give the energy.
Well, Sony is the best-selling thing. I'm like,
who cares?
But that's not what we're fucking talking about. No one cares about that shit.
Keep in mind, you're getting hated over someone who's been on Sony's payroll in the past. So kind of gotta take things with a grain of salt.
It's just
that dude was, I think he was at IGN a long time ago. They had the PlayStation Beyond podcast. I used to watch it all the time. It was like the #1 like PlayStation podcast. Like that's all they spoke about was PS stuff. I mean to be fair, back in the day he was the reason I bought a Vita. So he upsold the shit out of that, and he was right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff he says now is whatever. But hey, he says some shit that he's talking about Colin Moriarty, that dude. Like, but. Look, man, I don't care about people that are on the payroll. If it's anyone's opinion I'm gonna care about is someone that has a genuine opinion that's not getting paid.
But it's even random people, bro, and it's just like, come on, man. What has PC done? I'm like, bro, like
PC don't gotta do shit. PC gives me the most
doesn't
optimal
have to do anything.
It gives me the most optimal, superior version of a game that I want to play.
Exactly.
And there are situations where the ports suck. It's cool. But even some of the shittiest ports are better than the console versions. So, whatever.
And if it's that bad and people even love it, then people just fucking mod the game and they fix it.
And most people, like I always say, most people do not care. Which is like the Dragon's Dogma is a perfect example, right? That performance is ass. Nobody gives a fuck. Bruh, Monster Hunter World performed like shit. Monster Hunter Wilds can come out and perform like complete ass. And no one's going to care.
Buying it.
Dragon's Dogma ran good enough for me.
No one's gonna care.
100 hours in that game, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, nobody's gonna give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like the majority of people don't care. I feel like I say this every single week that it's just an echo chamber. It's just this bubble of people on Twitter and on social media that will make you think that they have the majority opinion, and they don't. They don't. They have their own little bullshit opinions because they want to get the clicks. 9 times out of 10, most of these people that you're seeing tweets from are posting this shit on purpose. They're posting the bullshit on
negative
purpose.
engagement farming.
Sometimes they don't even look. A lot of the time they don't even
They
believe the
probably
shit
don't
that
even
they're
believe
saying.
they have to shit exactly.
They're
not
just saying
so
it
that's
because
why
they know it's
so
gonna
that's
get
why you
engagement.
don't engage. Exactly. That's why you don't engage with it. I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was in that position, I would do the same shit. So that's why I don't engage with this stuff, because most of these people are just doing it for clout, like, and shock value and whatever. So I don't even. There's no point in even getting all riled up over that shit.
No,
Just do what you do.
definitely not.
Yeah. Like, how many times do I say that shit? How many times do I say that shit when we're podcasting? Yo, man, I'm gonna say the most inflammatory bullshit just so you can get fucking, just so we can get interaction. Like, come on.
And sometimes
It's a
it works.
whole game plan.
And sometimes people are gonna respond to what they want to respond to because they
Yeah,
can't
'cause
help
people
themselves.
get baited.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get baited. They get hit with the negative engagement farming, and they fall right for it. They
Yep,
fall
every fucking time.
right for the replies. They go straight to the replies, and you got people replying back to them, and it just all creates engagement farming. It's all
The
negative.
best part of
all
those,
negative experience.
is looking at the comments and just seeing who's actually falling for it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I go and check and see who's falling.
I love the comments.
If you don't want to fall for it and you want to wake up, sheeple, just be sure to keep on listening to this podcast. This is where you're going to get the tip top of the gaming news, opinions, the stuff that really matters. If you want to know what really matters, you need to tune in, listen in, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, everywhere you can listen to a podcast. You will find us. Look up Kangz Council. Check us out. Search the hashtag. We got 24 episodes deep, and we're gonna keep on going. No signs of stopping. We got a big summer of announcements up ahead, so stay tuned. Like I said, we are definitely on the pulse of the gaming news and industry.
Uh-oh.
And we're probably gonna move up the I'm probably gonna move up the release of the podcast, to be honest. We usually release the same day we record. Thinking of moving it up to Tuesdays, so you guys get the Tuesday news early on in the week for Blow Up Tuesday, and get to listen to our live recordings on Thursday, twitch.tv/Supafreak187. But
Monster Hunter
stay
on
tuned.
sale right now on PC. Capcom, pay me.
Check us out, guys. We'll check you out next week.